Hello everybody, this is Maniac for Bricks, and I am here today with set number 1097, the Rescue Runner. Rescue is a theme from Town that was around the late 90s and had to do a lot with emergency evacuations in like severe weather conditions. It's a really cool theme, and I have some of the other sets if you would like to see reviews of them. I'm just going to have to take a little bit of time to build them as I did with this one. This set is not only known as 1097, but is also known under the name 6428 Wave Saver. It's the same exact set, different number, different name. And also known as 6415 Rescue Jet Ski. As far as 1097, this is the 1999 release of the set, but the other versions were released in 98. So I find that kind of interesting how it had so many different names and numbers, and a little bit of difference in year release must have had to do with what regions, of the world that they were released in, and, different names for each one. So, this set has 18 pieces, originally released in 1998, but mine was from 99, as you see it here. Has one minifigure, ages 6 to 10, and retailed for about $2. Pretty much $2 for every single release of this set, no matter what number it was. So let's take a closer look at this set now. To start out our little Wave Runner set, whatever you might want to call it at the end of this review, I'm just going to call it by 1097 since that's the version that I have. We'll take a first look at the instructions. I do apologize that they're very beat up after many, many years of, having them in my collection. You can see it has the little rescue triangle on the top corner to show you what theme it's a part of. It also shows you the box art for the set right there. It's a very, very small box if I remember correctly. And didn't really offer much as far as, images on the box. Is pretty plain. It shows you pretty simply how to build this set. Also shows you the back part. And here it says 1097, 1999. So a little bit more for identification of this set. And then we have our completed model. It only takes 10 steps. It's really easy to put together. And uses a lot of, even nowadays, common pieces. Except for a few of them, which we'll get into in just a bit. I wanted to bring your attention back to the front, though, just to see a look at some of that background. That's really nice in how they try to show it in a fluid motion on the water. Fluid. Yeah. Okay, there's a joke there. Unintentionally. But just a nice looking background that kind of separates it from other themes. Because the rescue theme relatively had backgrounds like this, depending on the set. Now let's take a look at our minifigure. So here we have the Rescue minifigure that's included in this set. He doesn't have a particular name or occupation, but he is part of the Rescue Squad. He's got this nice blue visor that goes over him so he can keep himself safe from the water. And also got the classic version of the flotation device. He's got a pretty plain face on him, as you recognize that face anywhere from Town. It's also a plain helmet that he has. He actually has back printing on him, which you may not expect from a figure from 98. But yes, there were some back printing on minifigures around this time. And Rescue was one of the themes that had the back printing. But he also has some front printing. Let me see if I can adjust the light a little bit so you can see that Rescue show up on camera. Now I'll just take off his head and some of his other gear. Here's a closer look at the vest itself. And you can actually hold this vest in a minifigure's hand. It's that thick, if you wanted to. So here's a look of the minifigure without the vest. But you can see his front torso printing. Let's see it better that way. It looks pretty nice. And there were a lot of Rescue minifigures that had similar torso printings. But there were differences. That little triangle you see in his left, our right corner is actually different from some other figures. That determines their ranking, but they didn't really specify what the ranks were between the figs. So I don't know, honestly, which minifigure has which rank. So, there we have a look at our minifigure. So here we have the Rescue Runner, and it's a basic build. It's not that hard, and I found a lot of the pieces to rebuild this pretty easily. It's a basic design for jet skis of this time. Usually can seat or stand actually one minifigure with holding the controls for the jet ski. Not much room for the second one unless you have them sitting down or leaning backwards. You can't really push this one forward too much. We could try it, but it kind of looked kind of sloppy as far as his controls go. So it's best just to leave it in that middle position. And it's got a basic coloring to it to match the other rescue vehicles. It's black and yellow is the main color of the theme when it comes to these sets. This is actually a printed piece. I don't recall if this is in other sets, but let me know in the comments if it is. I personally don't have any other sets that have this piece in it, so it feels like it's rare as far as, you know, even for the rescue team, what sets this comes in. And behind the pilot or driver, whatever you may call him, there is a look inside of there as far as the room. And here's a look at the back, or should I say bottom actually. It's got a little round tile on it to keep some of these pieces in place, but also, if we take a look at it on the ground, it has a sort of upward motion with it, just for that round tile being there. So it has a feeling that it's actually riding over the waves, and it's a nice effect, actually, in retrospect. I like this, choice. It's not, in the center of the model to make it look like it's floating. This one actually looks like it's rising through the waves, and, has a nice, play effect. Now, you could, cruise it around. It's kind of swooshable, if you may. Very easy to work with. It's a nice little jet ski. I like how they made this. However, it was not too long after this point that they were starting to make jet skis with, instead of having them with kind of flat bottoms like this one does, they started making them with some rounded bottoms, and we even see that with sets today. Nice little set. I was happy to build this. It's kind of cool, going back to 1998 as far as a set review. That's really cool for me because I like some of the classic sets, and it's fun to bring these memories back with the sets. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time with more LEGO set reviews.